If your website is anything like 94% of the internet, you're writing blogs that no one ever sees. In this video, I'm going to show you how to change that step by step. My name is Frank. I'm the founder of Saga Pixel. If you would like to learn more about SEO and digital marketing, make sure you subscribe. When I first started in digital marketing, I too wrote a whole bunch of blogs. I got published to my website that nobody ever saw. The reason for this was at first, I did not know how to select topics. I did not know how to ensure that they were actually better than everything else that Google already had in its index. And frankly, I really didn't get on-page SEO either. And the truth is, 9 out of 10 of the websites that I check out, actually maybe it's like 95% of the websites that I check out, are making all of these mistakes. But after you watch this video, you are not going to add to them. Step number 1, you need to select the right topics. I created a framework at Saga Pixel a couple years ago called BARS, which means that every time we select a topic, it has to meet 4 criteria. Number 1, the topic's got to be in your buyer's journey. Getting traffic for traffic's sake very rarely has any sort of benefit to you. So you want to make sure that that topic is something that your target customers Google. Number 2, you want to make sure that the topic is not something that someone will be satisfied with an AI answer. So for a topic like, what is the difference between Ozempic and Wegovy? There's a lot of people out there that will be satisfied with Google's AI overview answers. Even if you do rank for it, a lot of that traffic is going to end up getting eaten up by Google's AI overview answers. Next, you have to be able to rank for it. Just because you set your heart on ranking for a keyword doesn't mean that you're going to be able to beat the WebMD's, Forbes, and Harvard Business Reviews of the internet. And lastly, there has to be enough search volume for it, the S in bars. Like, what is the point of ranking for a keyword and spending all that time writing it if 5 people a year Google that thing that you're targeting? Okay, now that we've identified that we're going to ask these 4 questions, let's do some topic research. In this case, I have fired up my favorite keyword research tool, Content Explorer from Ahrefs. This is a paid tool. My favorite free tool is AlsoAsked. But the great thing about Ahrefs Content Explorer is that it allows me to place filters to help me with some of those things that I was talking about earlier. For example, the R in bars, like can we rank for it? And the S, is there any search volume here? Well, in this case, it allows me to throw in a seed keyword. In this case, I put social media strategy, and I'm able to filter out any websites that have a domain rating over 70. That means these are really authoritative websites that are going to be possibly seen as more authoritative than my website. All of them are also getting at least 200 visitors a month into this tool. So I'm not really running the risk of just coming across something, publishing it, spending a couple hours writing it, and then just ending up getting 5 people a year landing on the blog. The next question is, of these topics, which ones are on my buyer's journey? As I go down them, you can see some of these aren't really articles. Some of them, like Food Blogger Pro, we do healthcare marketing. That's really not a topic for us. I'm also seeing a lot of home pages. So I'm going to go up here to filter, and I'm going to filter out all of the home pages. I found a topic that I like, social media calendar ideas. The website that is ranking for this is not super authoritative. It is number 1 for these. I think that we can rank for this. There isn't even an AI overview for the search, though one could argue that ChatGPT is going to do a better job of answering this question than I'm going to be able to, and eventually this traffic may disappear. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do this topic, to be honest with you. Can we rank for it? Absolutely. Our website, frankly, is more authoritative than the number 1 result we saw in Ahrefs. And does it get enough search volume? Yeah, I think so. I'd be okay with writing this and getting 3,000-4,000 visitors a month to the article. To be honest, it just really needs to generate 1 client of ours for it to be worth our time, which brings us to the next step. We need to plan the actual article. So to start, what kinds of results is Google ranking for this query? Are we seeing listicles, ultimate guides? Is there anything else in here? I see that this one is offering a template. If Google systems learn that people like to read really long, in-depth articles, then I most likely am going to need to write a long, in-depth article. And I can usually tell that by seeing what Google is putting on page 1 versus what it's putting on page 2 and 3, which you should also look at. Overall for this topic, I'm seeing a lot of guides that come with templates, which means that if I go and do this, that's probably what I'm going to do as well. Which means now it's time to plan my outline. These days, I use ChatGPT for this. As a matter of fact, I'm going to link to my GPT in the description, but basically, this GPT will help you to generate an outline that's going to help you to ensure the comprehensiveness of your article. So I'm going to tell it, I need an outline targeting the keyword social media calendar ideas. Hit enter. It's going to ask for 3 URLs that are already ranking. I'm going to be strategic about the articles that I can compare it to. I'm going to do this one, the number 1 result. I'm going to skip the Sprout Social article. And lastly, I want to do this one down here, this Ali dropship as well. I've entered all 3 of them. I put a comma between them, kind of that. And as you can see, it is generating an outline of each one of the articles. All right, cool. And it's all done. So let's see what it put out for me. First thing, introduction. What's the social media calendar? Why is it important? Types of content, how often you should post. These all look good. Calendar ideas by content type. These are all great. Monthly social media calendar ideas. This is good. As you can see, it's incorporating different elements from each one of the articles that are already ranking. My GPT is giving me a title tag recommendation, meta script, description idea. Now it's time for you to take this outline and rework it. Honestly, implement what you know about the topic. Give yourself a voice. I would also recommend adding some templates to this because I remember some of the other articles that we were looking at had them. And after that, it all comes down to on-page SEO. I have an on-page checklist with videos explaining each step of that checklist over on our website. I'm going to link to it in the description. Just tell us where to send it. After this video, make sure you check out my video on bars. It gets into more detail about topic selection and go get that traffic.